Hey everyone, it's Kelly Acheson coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I have a really cute pocket card to show you. This is a fun fold and I love fun folds. This little pocket in this card is right here. You could actually slip in a piece of candy or a gift card could fit in there. There's no part to open on this card. So I'm going to show you a little different version so you actually have a full card. And this was made by my friend and downline Tammy Stump. So thank you, Tammy, for sharing this with us. I received it in a swap and I thought it was so adorable. So let's get started and I'll show you how to do this. The first thing I'm going to do is come in and get ready with my card base, the part that makes the fold. So one thing we're going to need is we're going to need to know how far down to start our scoring, and we're going to need to know the center of our card. First thing we're going to do is fold our card in half, and then we're going to start measuring. From the folded edge, you're going to measure down 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to put a little mark here and a little mark here. And then you're also going to need to know where the center of your card is. Since we know our card base is 5.5 by 5.5, that would be at 2 3/4. So I'm just going to put, whoops, a little mark right there. Now we need to score. We're going to open our card up and we're going to place it in our paper cutter with our little mark here and our little mark in the center. We're going to score that with our scoring blade. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So I've got my little mark right here and the center of my card right there. And we're going to score that. So this is what actually makes your pocket. And you don't even need to erase your pencil lines because they're going to be hidden. So we're going to give that a good crease. And the other side, and this matches up. If you do your score lines right, it'll match up just perfect. Okay, so there's our pocket. Next, I've taken a piece of the Playful Palette Designer Series paper. This is a really fun paper stack. You can see how gorgeous this paper is. And it's just really colorful and fun and playful, as the name says. And that is going to go right on your layer here. So this is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Adhere that to your card. Just like this. Okay, and then the two pieces here, you're thinking, oh my gosh, how do you cut diagonals so they're even and it doesn't take a lot of work? Well, let me tell you. And this is a 2.5 by 2.5 inch square, and I put it in my paper cutter so that both of the points were in the channel, and I cut it in half. So super easy. We're going to adhere that to our little pocket edge. There we go. There's the start of our pocket. We've got a little bit of stamping to do. I'm going to use, just as Tammy did, the Hooray out of the Perfectly Wrapped stamp set. This is one of my favorite new sets. I've been using it a lot. I'm using Memento black ink. I'm just going to stamp that right in the middle of this layer. This layer is 1 3/8 by 5 1/4. And then Tammy also took a big and For You and stamped that in the corners. I don't have my ink pads out here right now, so we're going to just leave this as it is, and I'll get that in a little bit. This layer is going to go right at the top of our card. And this is very vanilla, by the way. So here we go. Now I'm going to bring in some Sweet Sugarplum and a vanilla scrap, and I'm going to stamp a flower and punch that out with my 1.5 inch circle punch. Get out my rhinestones here. And add a couple of those. I've got one for the middle of my flower here, and then a couple more on my front. We're going to take a scrap of Blushing Bride, and you notice there's kind of a filmy texture to the back. This doesn't like to stick good to stuff. Dimensionals and mini glue dots work well on it, so I wouldn't necessarily have to do this. But what I like to do is pinch my finger, so I've got just a little tab sticking out there, and rub it back and forth until you separate the glimmer paper. And then you can peel the backing off, and this will stick with any type of adhesive that you use. I'm going to punch that with the flower punch. And here's our flower that we are going to adhere our circle to. Just going to put a dimensional right there. Put our circle in the middle. And now to hold our pocket together, I'm going to do a couple more dimensionals on the back of my flower. I'm just going to set them right about there. And we're going to hold this together. So there's our pocket, and that's not going to come undone. It's going to stay stuck. Now, this is a really cute card, and what you can do is you can adhere this down so it doesn't move. Just put some glue on there. But I wanted my card to be able to open, so I decided that I could just take another piece of Emerald Envy cardstock, and this is just a card base, 5.25, or I'm sorry, 5.5 by 4.25, and I'm going to stamp up an inside for it. I'm going to grab the Happy Day stamp, and again I'm going to go with the Memento Black and stamp that in the inside. I like the saying Happy Day. I think it's good. It applies for just about anything. And then also I'm coming in here with Peekaboo Peach, and I'm just going to stamp some cute flowers on the inside of my layer, because if you know me, you know that I like to stamp up the insides of my cards. And here's some little flowers with the sugar plum, and that just adds a little bit of interest. So you've got some fun stuff going on the inside of your card too. We're going to glue that to the inside. And now what I'm going to do is adhere this cute pocket fold card to the front of the card base. Just like that. We'll let it set up a little bit. And here we go. Nice little pocket. You can put a gift card in there if you want, or you can leave it empty. It's just cute. And here's the inside. So now we have a card that will stand up. I hope you've enjoyed this fun fold. I would love to earn your business if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Feel free to pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. We have a brand new catalog right now with all these fabulous products in it, and I would love to be able to share that with you. You can also hop on over to my blog, astampabove.com. I have a whole bunch of great ideas, and I've used the stamp set quite a bit, so you can get some other ideas from it too. Add a little sparkle to someone's day. Send them a card.